right. All right. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to our August WTF is coaching. I like that we changed the name of it to that because I know that many people are like when I talk to them about coaching, they're like, I don't know how you do that. Like, do you have to have certifications? Do you have to have all of these things? And I'm like, nope. And there's so many people that I meet that I'm like, you need to coach because coaching keeps us that much more accountable. So when you have one person join you, one friend join you, you show up that much more because you have that person there to lean on. So that's kind of how I always do that. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Tamara, and I have been on this coaching on the squad now since January of 2015. And we recently did an activity. We had a big conference. Normally we would get together and there would be like 25,000 people all together. Obviously we couldn't do that this year, so it was virtual. But Christina had us do an activity where it was like how coaching has impacted our lives. And I got super emotional and I wrote one phrase, and the phrase was, "It's made me a better human." And for me, I think that is like so powerful because it impacts every area of my life. I'm a better person, I'm a better teacher, I'm a better mom, I'm a better partner, I'm a better friend. And to when I'm showing up as my best, my energy is that much better, is that much more positive, and I impact everyone in our lives. And that's what each and every person on this team does, is we are part of this massive ripple effect of people getting healthy and living their happiest lives. I want to live until I'm can possibly like the longest I can possibly live and be as independent as I can possibly be. So how I stumbled into this community was my girlfriend Clarissa and I have been doing this together for, like I said, 6.5 years. And both of us were going through terrible times in our lives. We both went through divorce. For those who know me and know a little bit about my story, so when I was really little, I was sexually abused twice. And I lived most of my life not feeling worthy and feeling like I had to earn the love that I now know I didn't need to earn it, right? So I made sure I crossed my T's and dotted my I's and did all of the things that I thought society needed me to do in order for me to deserve this love that was given to me in my life. And coaching has helped me process all of that and to find my voice and to find my value and to find my worth. It's connected me with people that bring me up and challenge me to be better. And I'm a teacher and I want to be a student of life, right? Like I want to grow and evolve and always be working on a better version of me, learning and expanding. And that's what coaching has given me. Obviously, the financial aspect of it is great, and we're going to dive into that. But for me, it's so much more than just that, just the paycheck. Like the paycheck is like kind of just the sprinkles on top of the giant cake that you get of amazingness when you join this community. So what is it? So we're a team, we're the Power Squad, a team of women and some dudes on a mission to live our happiest, healthiest, and most fulfilling lives, and then teaching others how to do the same, right? And that we all know, if you asked a 4-year-old, hey, how do you live a healthy life? They would say, well, you eat good food and you go work out, right? Like you would be active. Everyone knows what it is, yet so many people struggle with showing up for themselves. So it's those little tiny steps that we take on that journey to being better, to being healthier. And that's what we get to be. We're the accountability, that piece, that missing piece. So what do we do as coaches? So number one, we're proof that the products work. So we follow amazing fitness programs. I believe we have over 80 now programs in the library and 6,000 plus workouts that you can choose from. We have things HIIT, we have yoga, we have Pilates, we have dance, we have weightlifting, like we have it all. We're coming out with a bike in September. We also now have virtual live workouts that you can do with the super trainers to sign up on the new platform that's launching. So it's constantly evolving, and we get to follow these programs. And it's so awesome because I would go to the gym and I would be like, what should I do today? And then I would waste a ton of time wondering what I should do at the gym, or talking to someone, or waiting for the equipment that was being used. And we don't have to do any of that. We literally get a calendar with the workouts and you go push play. It tells you exactly what you need to do for your workout, and you just follow along. We also have 2 nutrition plans to follow that we can connect our clients to as well. One of them is kind of like an intuitive eating plan. The other one is based on your macros, so a healthy balance of your fats, your proteins, and your carbs. But you don't have to count them. It's all done for you. You just have to measure your food and you choose the foods that you like. So we follow the programs, we follow the nutrition plan, we use our supplements because they are top of the line. And that's actually how I found coaching, was through the supplements, because I was having reactions to so many products out there. So that it connected me that way, which was pretty awesome when I finally did meet Christina and she started talking about the supplements. I was like, wait a minute, I know this one. I've been researching this. So, and then we invite other people to join us along the journey. It's way more fun to do it with people, like you saw in the workout right now. Way more fun to do it with people, and we show up for ourselves more when we have other people to lean on. One of the things that's really cool about our community now is we have a 24-hour virtual gym that you can hop on with friends and work out together. So if you have friends all over, so one of the coaches on the team, I live in Vancouver, she lives in San Francisco, but we always meet in the morning and we connect. And if we miss each other, then we follow up with each other, right? So it's like, hey, are you okay? And we've never met in person. I'll probably start bawling when I do meet some of these beautiful ladies in person. And we just get to connect and make sure that everyone's all right. So, and then we help people get results, right? So we troubleshoot, we connect them with the programs that are going to work for them. And we are their best cheerleader. So comment in the chat if you would love a community of women to get healthy with, and a way to build a fulfilling business that blesses your family's life financially. Yes, of course. Sometimes we don't like to talk about the money part, but it is part of it. So a sisterhood and community to grow through life with, and are you on the path right now that will help you make your dreams a reality? So the last thing that we do as coaches, and I think this is one of the most important, is personal development. And the reason is that we have all of these habits and patterns that are so ingrained in our brains. And with personal development, we're able to create new ones, right? And that's the key difference. Like I mentioned before, we all know that it's fitness. We all know that it's nutrition. But what sort of patterns? We get up the exact same way every day, out of bed the same way. We brush our teeth the same way. Right? We don't even realize we put our shoes on the same way, that we have all of these patterns. So what are the patterns that are sabotaging us on our wellness goals? And the personal development helps with that so much. Yeah, so that's it for me. Floss, I believe it's you now, my friend, right?
Hi. Right, this is intimate. I've been demoted to the bedroom. How are you all still looking so glamorous? I am a hot mess right now. Honestly, it was so hot in my front room. I could have thrown up in my mouth. I was like bringing my fan around with me everywhere I went on the floor. Hi everybody, thank you so much for being here. So if you are watching with us, thank you for being here. And if you're watching the recording and you haven't done that workout yet, then I really recommend doing that, because that does really give a good insight into what we have, what we can share, what we're working with. And it is, I've just today then finished week 3 of the first phase. I did cardio today, and it is, if phase 2 is no joke, then I'm in for it, but he builds you up to it, so it's really great. So just building on everything that Samara said, to expect from your new business, as you can probably tell, we're pretty close, despite not all of us have met in person. And even when we have, it's been a short while, but we bond, we create really good connections, and that is essentially what being a fitness influencer is connection and relationship building. And I think if you've got the desire to want to help people, and you care about how people feel in themselves, and you've had a story about something you've overcome, or you want to overcome something, and you're willing to share that, then that is a really good foundation to start on. So lifelong accountability and support, that is obviously A side effect of being with the team is just having us to cheer you on, flexibility and freedom to build this alongside everything else we have going on in life. So I've been really fortunate. We all come from different backgrounds and walks of life on this team, and you know, I've met lawyers and doctors and all sorts of people that are involved in this. Myself personally, I'm a mental health nurse, so I work shifts. And having Beachbody on Demand, even if I wasn't coaching, which I came in straight away to do because I was just like, well, you know, I'm really up for helping people with this. So, but even with Beachbody on Demand, I was able to make my fitness routine so much more consistent than it's ever been before, because I could never really stick to a class. I love classes, I love working out with other people, but I could never stick to anything because, pardon me, because that's really distracted me. I could never stick to anything because I'd been working shifts one week to the next. And so I was never able to really fully play out with it. And having Beachbody on Demand, I now get up at like 4:30 in the morning and do my workout before a like 15-hour shift. I never used to be up at 4:30 in the morning unless I was still awake from the night before. So that what it's done for me in my life and my habits, you know, and how I feel in myself is next to none. You get to save when you're a coach, you get to save 25% on everything. That's new programs, the pre and post workout that you've probably seen us sipping on every day, our superfood shake, any of the other gear. We've got lots of equipment, loops and stuff like that. So 25% off everything. Earn a yearly trip for 2 by helping 3 people each month with their goals. Residual income, which Christine is going to talk about a little bit later, and the potential to be able to help people across a large space, US, Canada, France, UK, and more pending. It is a small company at the moment. We've only recently this year gone into France, and it's already completely taken off there. And the point in that being is it's helping so many people change their lives for the better with health and fitness, which is a good thing. And what you can expect from us. So tools to help you stay focused and on track. So it can be really, really exciting and really kind of overwhelming, and like, where do I start when you start something new? And that's all totally normal, and let me tell you, 2 years later you'll still feel it. But we've got systems, we've got lists that help you navigate building your social media brand, how to grow on social media, how to monetize your small audience, all those kinds of things. They're going to help you reach people, connect with people, so that you can continue to show up as your best self and then offer this opportunity to other people. So we've got tools and systems that are going to lay that out for you, and your mentor's always going to be on hand. We've got the support groups ready for you to add clients to. So that's our coach hub. And again, you know, if your mentor happens to be on holiday or something, or you've got a question, you know, there's people in that Empower Squad coach hub all day, all night, really, because it's global. So there's people from all different time zones in there. So there's, you know, always someone that you can reach out to. And we also have our team-wide fit club. So just like we have just done, we've all worked out together. We have an open fit gym link, which people can hop on Zoom, help each other stay accountable, which is really what this is all about. And in there's lots of recipes and motivational tips. So everything's done for you in essence. So when you first get started out, you don't have to feel like you have to, you know, take the reins and recreate everything and start from scratch. You've got a community that you can add new coaches into. You've got a community that you can add clients into. You haven't got to make things up. We've got you in that regard. And when you feel a bit more seasoned and a bit more confident, and if you want to break off and go and run your own groups, then obviously we'll support you through that transition. We've got weekly motivational training calls. So there's support on support on support. Every Monday, we have a national, like team-wide, countries-wide training call, which is always really motivational, kind of really helpful. It's a really nice way to set your intentions for the week ahead and remind yourself while you're here, because whilst we're always working together, but you're working remotely as well. So it's really nice to have that, oh yeah, I'm doing this so that I can help other people. It takes you out your head a little bit, and you can crack on and move on with the week. And yeah, that Facebook group I've kind of mentioned. So we've got a new coach mentorship as well. So when you get started with the team, I think this might be the next slide. Ooh, that looks like the end. Yes, we've got a new coach mentorship. So this is a course that we would normally be dishing out, and people would normally invest in outside, because our coaching and our mentorship, everything else is completely complementary. So we set this, Christina and Sarah worked really hard on this in Power Squad University, which is a 15-module course that you're able to learn how to start with social media. It teaches you everything from mindset, setting up your coach office, all those kinds of things. And it is currently, I think next page, accessible for new registrants with us this weekend, with immediate access. So that's something that we're chucking in this month. It's been really helpful to all the other people that have used it in the past in terms of setting up with their businesses. And that is it from me, I think.
Hi guys. Okay, I could listen to Floss and Tamara talk all day. I'm like, oh, you guys are so awesome. So I get to share with you guys how this has changed my life in like 30 seconds. And that's pretty tough to do because I've been a coach now for 7.5 years. When I say 10 years, that's just gonna be crazy to me because it's gonna happen. But like, seriously, guys, I started this when I was 24. I was a preschool teacher on mat leave. I had no money. Me and my husband were trying to buy a house, trying to plan a wedding. Like we had a baby. And this fell into my lap. And I actually was contemplating becoming a personal trainer. So glad I didn't do that. Just going to say, because this ended up being so epically, massively more impactful in my life than I think if I did just start a business on my own. But I found this on Instagram. I was getting into health and fitness on my postpartum journey. I was struggling with anxiety. I was struggling with self-worth. I was struggling with money. I was struggling with pretty much everything besides my baby and my husband that I loved. And this fell into my lap. And I decided that even though it was like a little investment, which we'll talk about at the end, that I wanted to do this and I was willing to try. So I dived in just to our boot camp. I did our 21-day boot camp and I lost 15 pounds. I stopped taking anxiety medication forever. Ever since then, I haven't again. And I just kind of went all in. I fell in love with the workouts and the nutrition and our chocolate Shakeology. And I realized that I felt amazing. And I just wanted to share this with a few people around me. Within 4 months, I quit my job as a teacher, never went back after mat leave and pursued this full time from the beginning. And what I can say is it's been a journey. I've experienced a lot of life. You know, I started at 24. I'm about to be 32. I've experienced loss, challenges, back injuries, birthing 2 children, you know, like a lot has happened in this time. But what Beachbody has given me is the greatest gift of all. It's helped me upgrade every level of my life, my physical health, my mental health, my worth, everything. My finances are I'm stable. I'm super comfortable. And I think if I was still a teacher, I do not think I'd be in the same situation I am today, where I feel comfortable paying my bills. I can go get gas. I get my fridge is filled with nutritious food. And that's just like, that's a gift to me. That's a gift that Beachbody gave to me. And one thing I didn't mention is I came from a super low income family. I was a latchkey kid. I was the youngest of 4 kids to a super low income family with a single mom. And now I'm a single mom, but my life is just so different. And it's literally because Beachbody has continued to be a gift in my life and help me in every way possible. And then the last part of this is the community. Like I would not be here today without this community and this sisterhood. And Tamara started this off by saying, this is like the level of accountability you get from your friends. From day one, the second I signed up my first person, I've never missed a workout in 7 years. So like truly this community has kept me so accountable and on track. And it's just so different than if you were to do something alone or start a business or take on a journey. Like instead you're getting an entire family that's going to wrap you up in our arms and teach you everything we know. And the only thing I wanted to mention too, that the ladies didn't mention, is we actually have a leadership panel. So when you join our team, you actually get like 10 leaders above you that have already are slaying their businesses. 10 plus leaders. We actually have 60 leaders in our Emerald leadership team. So just know you are getting so many resources and tools. And this has changed my life and I wish I can share more, but that could be another story. So I'm going to dive into the income potential. So your income is completely a reflection of how many people you help, and your income can grow over time exponentially because of the type of business structure that we have. So your goal is just to change people's life, but know that, you know, you start with your first life, you start with your first 5 people you help, but that can grow like crazy. Like I have over almost 5,000 people in my database now, but that's because I've showed up every day for years, right? So just know that that can grow, and where you are right now is just step 1, and we're going to teach you how to keep on going. So year 1, you can expect to obviously make whatever you put in. I made $15,000. And to me, that was like, okay, I did this. I made more than half as I did as a teacher by just pouring into this business and putting energy into this and learning what to do. Super inexperienced. Just know it's okay to be unexperienced. Year 2, I pretty much doubled my income for like 3 years in a row. If you look at my income statement there, and then now I'm in the 6-figure range. And it's crazy to me because I was just a preschool teacher on mat leave, struggling with anxiety, that found this on Instagram. So just know that you can grow this as big as you want to. You can have this as a side hobby. You can have this as just an accountability tool, or you can build the business of your dreams. My mentor has done extraordinary things too. She's actually #1 in the company. So you get that as well. You get her mentorship as well, which is insanely amazing on top of the Empower Squad. So how to make money. There's a few ways. The first one is you make straight up commission. So if you help someone with collagen, protein bars, Shakeology, anything from our database programs, you get 25 to 40% commission, which is awesome. That can grow like crazy on its own. The second type is actual return customers. That's another huge way to make income. We have team cycle bonus. So as you start impacting other people's lives, there's a ton of bonuses. We actually have like probably 10 to 20 bonuses. They come as you're helping other people. And then also we get free customers from our company. That was huge to me because I was like, where am I going to find all these people? So once you start hitting your goals, you actually get bonus customers sent to your database just from Beachbody. And I know Floss was mentioning we're in Canada, US, UK, and France. How many other countries are there? We're just getting started. Okay, so as Beachbody does their marketing and spends billions of dollars on their marketing every year, they send every single client to a coach. So that's how you get those free customers. What's to say? We know that money is uncomfortable for some, yet the reality is that most of us got started in this business to just improve our health. Even me, I started this just to do our 21-day boot camp, but I fell in love with it. And that's how I just started helping other people every month. So just know the money comes when you're just kicking ass yourself and helping other people. So how to get started. Message your coach, obviously, that invited you in here. You can ask them any questions that you have, and then we'll send you the bundle option. So you get to pick your bundle. There's a couple main ones that we usually like to suggest. It's $160 US, and you get a whole year of workouts. You get our brand new workout program as well, I believe is in there this month as well. You get to choose your supplement flavor. You get Shakeology or a pre and post workout. You get our whole nutrition line for a whole 30 days, which is like insane. Like guys, the value of this is like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that you're getting for $160. And you have a 30-day money back guarantee, which is literally how I signed up because I didn't have the money. And I knew if I wasn't happy in 30 days, I could get my money back. So literally it's like risk proof, fail proof. You're silly not to get started. So from there, month 2, we have a $17.95 fee, and that pays for your website and your spot as a coach. So this is like $1 million business for $17 a month at your fingertips. And then with that, you get 25% off, you get earning potential, and it can grow from there. And my goal when I help ladies get started with us is to help a couple people month 1, and you never even have to worry about that business fee because you're making an income already. Right? We don't want you to be losing money. We want you to be earning money. Another goal we have for you in your first month is to make $150 so that you can literally put your investment back in your pocket and just start impacting people and changing lives with your new toolkit. So I think that is all, right, my love? Tamara?
Yeah, that's it. We're going to go to Margot, but I just wanted to add something really quickly. So the program that Christina mentioned that is on promotion this month is 13 weeks. 6 days a week, and it's all different workouts. So if you were to look at just that one program and you're getting 80 programs and you were going to book a personal trainer for that one program, you'd be paying over $5,000. And that doesn't come with nutrition, right? So to have that at your fingertips for $160 plus the nutrition, plus you get to, once you're done it, go and try all of the other workouts is like mind-blowing to me. So we are gonna jump in here with Margot, beautiful Margot. It's your turn.
I don't know about beautiful, but Margot's here. She showed up.
I say beautiful.
Hello, everybody. I'm Margot. I've been a coach on the Empower Squad for just over 2 years. I actually did start as a coach in 2015. My story's a bit different. I'm older. I'm 56 years old now, and I started when I was 50. And I used to teach fitness at Fitness World, which is a local gym here back in the 80s, Jane Fonda days, you know, headbands and leg warmers and all that stuff, neon. And I loved it. I loved it back then. It was funny though, because a lot of the stuff that I'm doing now, there's a lot of stuff I did not like about it, because one of the things that I really bothered me was the commitment of having to be at the class by 10. And if I was late, or if I was sick, or I always felt guilty if I had to call in and get Fitness World to find a sub for me or whatever. I just felt, it just bothered me that I might not be able to attend the class. So here, fast forward to the age of 50, and my mom and dad were alive at the time, but they were very ill. So I had been just not taking care of myself. I'd been drinking lots of wine. I'd been eating drive-through food. And I put on weight and all that stuff. So I just wasn't feeling great. And this opportunity came to me, and I did the same as Christina did. I think the same as Tamara did. I jumped in as coach right away. I didn't even know what that meant. I had no idea, but I just loved that word. I loved that word coach. And I thought, okay, if I call myself a coach, I have to hold myself accountable to me, because it's me, myself, and I that I got to take care of. And I dived in and I did the 21-day fix program when I first started. I had incredible results at the age of 50, going through menopause, with my mom and dad still ill. So, and I swear it made me a better daughter for my mom and dad. And it turned out that that was the last 6 and 9 months of their life. They passed away 6 and 9 months after I started doing this program, but I still stayed with it. I still did it every day, even when I was sad, I did the workout. And I swear to you, working out is like freaking therapy. Like you feel so good after you've worked out, and that tension is out of you. Anyway, I can't recommend it enough, obviously. So anyways, and then I met Tamara and Clarissa through this journey, and I wasn't really building a business out of it. And they were helping me, and they were on a different team than I was at the time. I really wasn't on a team. I was just a random coach. And so I thought, I got to join the Empower Squad, because this team is the bomb. Like they have everything. They teach everything that you don't know. And I'm 56 and I'm learning how to do social media and Instagram and dancing and all those fun things. So it's really changed my world. And I'm going to talk about the common reservations that people have. Carrying product in home to deliver to others. Well, we don't do any of that, which is another thing I absolutely love. I couldn't do it. I did do a business actually before this that was spa stuff, and we did have to do that. And it was just a pain in the butt. Like, this is so independent and easy. Hosting home parties, no, we don't have to do that. And that's, again, I did that before. It's a time waster, in my opinion. Required monthly quotas, no, there's none of that. You can do what you want with this. There's 3 types of coaches, which maybe if you continue to be interested in hearing about it, then you can do it 3 different ways, and there is no quota. So you don't have to sell anything or do anything if you can just work on you. Social media and posting. Well, that's my favorite part now, because I'm learning so much. And it's so important as you get older, honestly, not only to keep yourself physically healthy, but mentally sharp. And this is something new for me, because we never had social media back in my day. And I'm learning from Christina. I'm learning from Tamara. There's my little phone. I know what to do with it now. So it's a constant learning opportunity for me. Not at goal yet. Well, I certainly wasn't. When I first started, I was a nightmare, but it's funny because it doesn't take long, and people will, if you're already at your goal, weirdly, people are odd, and they if they don't see how you got there, they think you're automatically made that way or whatever. So if you start when you're not at your goal, and you show people your journey, it just makes it opens up their eyes to, oh, if she can do it, I can do it, type of thing. Anyway, shy and introverted. Well, I'm not that, obviously. So, but there are people I know that I shouldn't say, like, I'm not shy and introverted in some cases, but if I have to make a presentation in front of a group of people, I freeze. But this is teaching me sort of how to come out of that shell. Fear of failure. I guess I've failed so many times. No, I haven't. But when you get older, you go through failure, and it's not failure. It's just you fall down, you get up again, you fall down, you get up again. It's not, there's no failing. I don't think you failed anything. It's just that you had a stumble. Who cares? Get up. And that's what we're here for. Like, that's what we do. That's what we literally virtually pick you up and carry you along. So don't be afraid of that. You're growing. Market is saturated. Oh, you already know people coaching. Well, that's absolutely not the case. In fact, I did have a guest on. She's not here now because she had to go to an event. But she has no clue what coaching is. And it's funny because people don't know. They don't know, and they don't know what they don't know. So this coaching opportunity, I don't know. It builds up your confidence. So people don't know what it is, and it's so doable. Not enough time, too busy already. Well, I work full time. I've got a busy household here. This actually, there's no time that you need to take to do it. You're just basically living your life. So you live your life, you put on this fancy dandy little telephony. That's it. So you're not spending time doing anything outside of what you typically do. No experience, not a fitness professional. Well, as I told you, I was a fitness professional back in the 80s. So, I did have I one-upped a lot of people. The 80s was 30 years ago. So I had no experience. This was totally new to me, this whole virtual way. I just love it. And so no, you don't need any experience whatsoever. And too old. Well, I mean, hello. I'm almost 57 now, so I've been doing this for 7 years. I lost the weight that I needed to lose, and I've kept it off for 7 years. You fall off every so often, but you just jump back on. I don't know. You're never too old. You're never too old. So there you go. That's my little part.
Yay! All right. So thank you so much, everybody, for sharing. I stopped screen sharing. Did anyone, I didn't see in the chat, but did any of the other coaches that are on here want to say a few words, share their story before we sign off? Yeah, I'm in the same boat, Floss. Can't wait to shower. That was a sweaty workout today. Jazz, do you want to say a few words? Oh, baby crying.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, she is crying. Did you say my name?
I did. I said, do you want to say a few words, but I don't know if you can hear me because Brielle's taking the mic.
I can say a few words. I'm Jasmine. I've been coaching for like a year and a half now, and it definitely helps on your journey to just better yourself because of the fact that being a coach, you have to check in. And if you don't check in, then you have all of these amazing women to kind of show up for you and like ask what's going on. And a big thing that I've noticed, and this is like among a bunch of my friends that have just had babies too, is like having this community compared to being on your own during your postpartum journey is a huge help. Like it keeps your mindset so much in a better place, especially having to be like in my house more and just like by myself, very isolated. This is such an amazing help because like I get my fitness. First of all, that helps my mindset. And I get to like check in with all these beautiful people every day. And that just allows me to thrive like physically and emotionally and mentally after like having my daughter, who is being a little bit of a stinker this morning. Say hi, Briella.
I just say, Jasmine, I'm so excited for like 5 years from now when we get to see your little one as like a 5-year-old running around you.
I know, it's so cool because we really do all like whatever, like this is part of her upbringing. She just knows all you guys and she knows when I work out and stuff. And it's really good. And that's another thing is like being able to like model that in front of your child. Like who wouldn't want to be able to model that for them to have a good life growing up too? So that's a huge thing.
And I remember too, and that like being a new mom, I felt so alone. It was so lonely. Those like middle of the night feeding sessions, right, where you're alone. And to have the community here to lean on, I so wish I had that. And the other thing that for me, like my kids hated childminding. So here I would go to work and then I would want to go work out. So I drop my kids off at childminding, but I've already been away from them all day. And then I'm going to drop them at childminding where they absolutely hated it, and talk about the mom guilt. And now like to see, you know, Jazz will work out with Briella in her little whole like baby swing or baby, you know, and I saw Crystal, one of our coaches the other day, her son was like doing bicep curls with her. And then another coach, Tanya, was doing something and her little one was working out beside. And it's so good for our kids to see us taking care of ourselves. So, so thank you for sharing, Jazz. I'm really happy that you have the community to lean on. So I think Floss had to head off. Did anyone else want to say a few words before we sign off?
Hello, me, if I find the mute button on time. Hi, I'm Lena. I've always wanted to say hello, but like I always either leave early because I had my little one jump too. So like, no, you don't have to wait 5 years, Christina, at 1. Am I joining today? I'll show her in my stories later. She's always joining because, you know, she's always the star of my workouts. She determines the time, my schedule, my sleep, my lack of sleep. And, you know, just like Jasmine, I have been a coach for a little bit, but I really joined after postpartum and quarantine. I had Emma in April 2020. So at the height of like really right now again. And I leaned in the community by myself for a little bit. And then I started having coaches or people join me. And so I have my own team. Because of the team, because of you girls, is why I'm here. 45 pounds on a good day that I've lost so far. And I keep going. Thank you so much. And if it wasn't because of you guys and my team, and I tell them all the time, I wouldn't show up. I wouldn't show up because nobody would be checking on me. No, I wouldn't, and I miss out. I do have FOMO. And I have told some of you, whoever I've texted, I think Ashley too, I'm like, you guys inspire me, like Tony Floss too. And then when I don't see them, same thing. I'm like, I leaned in you guys when I didn't want to get out, but I would see it. I would see Christina. I'm like, okay, I want to go too. Even just using that as inspiration to get up and go is what has kept me going. And I haven't stopped since. And I really took on coaching August of last year. So, oh my God, it's going on a year. It is August. So it's going on a year and I'm excited. And that's why I don't want to stop. And I can't wait to meet some of you. I know, like Tamara said, I'll probably get teary-eyed meeting everyone, especially because, you know, hormones rage like crazy. Postpartum, before postpartum, all the time. I don't think we ever get rid of them. So I'm excited. And I am so, Christina, you inspire me every day. Like I tell her all the time, I'm like, I can't complain. Like I see Christina and I look at her, I'm like, I can't complain. On any given day, I channel her all the time. And I don't tell her enough. That's what it is. We don't connect enough, but that's the beauty of this community. Even though we don't connect every day, Christina and I, you know, she answers my text the same way I answer her text. Like we really try, but we feel connected some way, somehow. When we do get to chat the 5 minutes or we do have a call, it feels like if we've been connected forever because of that, because we share all of this and we all have the same passion and love for it. So go my Empower Squad. I gotta drink my water. I'm so happy to be here with you guys today that I made it till the end. Yay.
Yay, so great to hear from you, Lena.
Yes.
I can't wait to meet you.
I know, yes. And, you know, can't wait. Making it for Vancouver. Well, November, we'll see with this Rona. But I was checking at tickets. I even looked, $377. Who did I tell? I told somebody, love you. Told somebody that I already checked for tickets, round trip from Florida to there. $377. We can make that
That's a
happen.
good price.
Ooh, can I mention one thing before we finish? Because I feel like we did not talk about this, is the
Yeah.
travel opportunity. Maybe it was my topic and I probably forgot to say it, but just know there's so much travel opportunity with this. When I started, I did not think that my brand would eventually be palm trees, but guess what? I got to create my brand around palm trees because we get to travel all the time with this business. And I was in my bikini in beautiful places. And I was like, guess what? My brand is going to the beach and being in a bikini. And I've developed my entire business around that, which is awesome. But just know travel opportunities are coming your way. One thing I want to say about Lena, huge props to my girl that I love so much, is she is starting to develop her own little tribe in her community too, where she's doing live fit clubs and boot camps and just taking initiative on being bold and doing fun, awesome things. So just know, like, wherever you are in the world, there's going to be times when we're together, but when we're not, we're doing things like this and we are a family. Like Floss, just saying, Floss isn't here, she just left. She's a lifelong best friend of mine for the rest of my life. She's coming to live with me for like a month next month. So just know these relationships can transform your world. And there's so much more to this than just like, obviously getting healthy and helping people, but this is like the full package deal. We'll stop now.
It's amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time, everybody. So super grateful. We love you. And if you have questions, please reach out to the coach who invited you to either watch the recording or join us today. All right. Oh, Lena wants to take a quick picture. So smile.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
See ya.